Let's relax our arms down by our side and release the weight of your body down into the earth. Spread your toes and lift your arches. Relax your shoulders back as you draw the lower belly in and up slightly. Then we'll inhale and lift the arms and reach up. Exhale, we flow forward, scoop in the lower belly and drop the head down. Inhale, lift your head and look forward. Exhale, step or hop back. You can use your knees, keep your elbows in close. Then inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Just roll your shoulders away from your ears. Press into your hands evenly. Tip your sitting bones back and up. Take a long, deep breath. Exhale all the air out. Then lift your head and look forward. Step or hop your feet back. Make sure your feet are straight. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Then lift your head and lift your arms. Draw your tail down as you reach up. And exhale, relax your arms down. Once again, inhale, lift your arms and reach. And exhale, flow forward, scoop in your lower belly and drop your head. And then inhale, lift your head and look forward. Exhale, step or hop back and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale all the air out. Lift your head, step or hop forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold and drop the head down. Then inhale, lift the head and lift the arms. Draw the tail down and reach up. And exhale, relax your arms down. Once more, inhale, lift your arms and reach. Exhale, pull in the belly and drop the head down. Inhale, lift your head, look forward. Exhale, step or hop back. Draw your elbows in, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Tip your sitting bones back and up. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Listen to the sound of the Ujjayi breath, whispering at the back of your throat. Then lift your head and look forward. You can either step or hop forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold and drop the head down. Then inhale, lift your head and lift your arms. Draw your tail down and reach up. And exhale, relax your arms down by your side. Practice another round of Surya Namaskar at home while we take a short break. Let's bring our feet together. Make sure they're perfectly lined up and symmetrical. Let's bend our knees. Squeeze your inner thighs together. We're just going to take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers and roll the shoulders back. So you can stay in this posture. This is the preliminary posture. To take this posture a little bit deeper, we just lift our arms out by the side, lift them all the way up, bring the palms together, the head back, just like this. This is called Utkatasana, or the fierce pose. It's a very difficult posture, so don't feel like you're in any rush to move towards that, but practice this one here, working the inner thighs, rolling the shoulders back, and just looking straight ahead. And then we'll take our arms out, our belly to our thighs, hips up, and our head down. Inhale, lift your head and look forward. Exhale, step or hop back. Lower yourself down, and then inhale, come into upward dog, roll your shoulders back and down. Then exhale back into downward dog. Step your right foot forward. Turn your left heel or bring your left knee down to the floor like this. Then inhale, we're going to lift the arms up. This is called Virabhadrasana A. It's the warrior pose. You roll the shoulders away from your ears. You take your left groin a little forward and your right hip a little bit back. So you're trying to square off your pelvis so that your shoulders are squared, looking forward over the right leg. Then we'll press into the right foot, come up straight, and turn the feet. Turn your back foot in a little bit. Bring your left hip a little back and your right hip a little forward. Roll your shoulders back and down. You can drop your head back a little bit. Keep your breath steady. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to open into the second warrior pose. So the arms are now parallel with the floor. The shoulders are released and dropping. The outer back edge of the right foot is evenly planted down into the floor. To come out of this posture, we press into the left foot, straighten the leg, and turn the feet. That's good. Then we bend the right knee. If you're leaning a little bit to the right, sometimes it's hard to tell. You actually need to look in a mirror sometimes when you're doing these postures on your own. You can lean a little bit to the right. In this situation here, all you need to do is squeeze your left hip a little bit and lean a little bit back to the left, just like this. Take the tail under. From here, we step both hands back down to the floor. Step back into chaturanga, which is like a push-up. Then inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog pose. Lift your head. You can either step or hop your hips all the way through to seated. Great. Pull your sitting bones back. Take them a little wide as well. Then bend your right knee and bring your right heel to the very top of your inner left thigh. Take your left hand behind you and just lift and twist a little bit to the left. Make sure your pelvis is squared right now. It'll make the posture a lot easier to do. Most people going into this posture without knowing it at the beginning will have their left hip further back than their right. Can you demonstrate that for me tomorrow? So they'll start off like this, and you can see how her spine is torquing and twisting, and the left hip is further back. So if she fixes this up now, she just takes her left hip a little forward. She squares off her hips like this. Then when she comes forward into her forward bending posture, her spine is going to be perfectly level and straight. If you imagine these two side lines as parallel lines coming down in parallel lines, as opposed to twisting like this. So Tamara, if you can demonstrate that, this twisting and having it round out one side, curve in the other side, and folding forward like this, as opposed to, come back up, two straight parallel lines. When she comes forward, her sitting bones are grounded into the floor. She takes it forward, pulls in her lower belly, and comes forward in two long parallel lines, just like this. So in this forward bending posture, her spine is perfectly straight. She's trying to bring the outer edge, the right ribs, down to her inner thigh. That's great. Take a long deep breath. Inhale. Exhale all the air out, and then come back up. Great. We'll stretch out the right leg and bend the left knee. Make sure your hips are squared. So if your right hip is further forward like this, you have to make the adjustment at the very beginning of this pose. You have to pick up the whole right hip and draw it back. You've got to check to make sure that the pelvis from behind is a flat surface. It's not tilted on an angle forward on the right side. You can do a little lift twist to the right if you like to square it off. When you come forward, imagine the two parallel lines of the side body coming forward. You have to emphasize, in this case, the left side a little forward, the right side a little back, just to keep it parallel. So you keep the left side coming forward, the right side drawing back. And when she comes all the way down, you'll be able to see that her spine is perfectly straight. With just a little assist here, she'll be able to take it just 1 more millimeter straight, so that she's reaching out through the crown, reaching for her toe, and reaching back through her sitting bones down into the earth. Elongate her spine. The focus should be the breath, concentration. steady attention. And then we'll inhale, we'll lift the head up. And exhale, we'll cross the ankles. We'll do our vinyasa, our connecting flow movement. Cross the ankles, pick it up, and step or jump forward. Inhale into upward facing dog pose. Exhale into downward facing dog. You can either walk your feet forward to come into a squat and sit, or you can hop your feet all the way through. Stretch your legs straight out in front. Pull your right foot back. Make sure there's a wide palm's width between the inner foot and the inner thigh. Take your left hand beside you. Press it into the floor. Take your right hand forward to reach for your ankle, your foot, or your toe. Take your whole right waist, right ribs, and right shoulder a little bit more forward. It's as if you're trying to bring your right ribs down to your inner left thigh. So you can either stay here in this version of the posture, just like this. This is the beginning version of the posture, just like this. So this is where you stay until you start to feel like you've got the flexibility and you're able to come all the way down like this. Then the second part, to wrap around, is actually the easy part. The hard part is spending the time in the initial stages to develop the flexibility. Once you get down there, then you can just hinge forward just like this. Keep your breath steady and smooth. Don't be impatient if you're practicing here at this level. Just stay with your practice. Remember, you're trying to bring your right shoulders and ribs down to your inner left thigh. So you're trying to get a little twist, and you want to level off both sides of the spine. Then we'll come back up. And we'll release and stretch out through the right leg. Bend the left knee, pull the foot back. Make sure there's a wide palm's width between the inner foot and inner thigh. Another thing to watch out for is that you're pulling the foot back far enough and wide enough to bring it in just a little closer. So if you spread your palms, that's the distance between the tip of the thumb and the little finger. So the beginner version from here is to just reach forward like this, to stay here like this. When you feel like you can take yourself low enough and far enough forward, then you can wrap around like this. Inhale, you want to roll the shoulder back, and exhale to take it further through. Keep your breath steady, your gaze focused either at the tip of the nose or to point straight down on the floor. Just reach around, get a bit better grip. There we go. That's great. And then we'll inhale and lift to come up. And exhale, let's do our vinyasa, the connecting movement. We cross our ankles, lean forward, pick it up, step or jump back. Lower down, then inhale into upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Step or hop your hips through to a seated posture. That's great. The next posture we're going to work on is called Mirichasana B. We're going to bend the left knee and we're going to take it under the left thigh, just like under the right thigh, just like this. For people who've been practicing yoga for a while, they can take the foot right into half lotus. Most of us, though, will take the foot right under the thigh, just like this. And we're going to come down. You're going to bend now the right knee and bring the right foot back, so the right ankle is right in front of the left ankle. You're going to come down on the inside of your leg with your right shoulder and with your right arm, trying to get nice and long forward in this posture. And then you're going to take your armpit around the front of the knee. Take your hand to your lower back. Maybe take your other hand to your lower back. Maybe you'll have something to hang on to like this, but try to stay long and open at the front, reaching out through the crown. Keep your breath steady. Take one more long inhalation and then a long exhalation. We'll release this posture and come back up to center. This time we'll take the right leg under the thigh or into half lotus. So here are the two versions here, either under the thigh or on top of the thigh. And then we bend the left knee and we bring the left foot back. It's either right in front of the ankle or just outside of the hip like this. We all come down on the inside of the leg to wrap the arm around the shin, taking the hand to the lower back, rolling your shoulders back. Inhale, and exhale, fold through. This is a deep hip opener exercise. It releases enormous amounts of tension in the upper body, rolling the shoulders back, the lower body, the lower back. And the abdominals are getting a deep internal massage. We'll release out of this posture. We'll lie down on our backs, and we'll be back after a short break. Let's bring the soles of the feet down to the floor. And we'll slowly walk the feet away from the hips. Make sure you're tipping the tailbone under as you go to lengthen the lower back. We're going to lift the right leg up. You can bend your knee to lift it. Cheryl's going to use a belt here. She's going to wrap it over her foot. And she's going to use her right hand here to hold on to the belt and straighten her leg, just like this. Tamara's gone all the way for her toe with her index, middle finger, and thumb. And she's extending out through the heel and pressing back through the back of her leg. Tamara might take this posture one step deeper by using her abdominals to lift up to bring her chin to her shin. Keep your breath steady. Let's stay for 2 inhalations. Inhale. And exhale all the air out. One more breath. Inhale. Keep making sure you're rolling the outer edge of the right hip down away from your head. Exhale. And then we're going to take the leg and we're going to open it out to the side. So you can use a strap just like this and take it out to the side, or you can hang on to the toe. You want to turn your head to the opposite, and you want to make sure that the left side is being grounded down into the floor. Then we'll inhale and lift the leg back up to center. Exhale, you can either do the chin to the shin. That's great. And then release down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So you'll either use a strap, reach for your big toe with your index, middle finger, and thumb, or another alternative is to interlace the fingers and place them behind the leg just like this. You press back into the back of the leg and you keep drawing the outer edge of your hip back and away from your shoulder. Keep your breath steady. Take one more inhalation and another exhalation. And then we open the leg out to the side. So if your fingers were interlaced like this, you can bend your knee and take it out to the side just like this. That's great. Make sure your right hip and right leg is firmly planted into the floor. Make sure your right foot is flexed. Keep your whole right leg as energized as your left side. And then we'll inhale and lift the leg back up to center. Interlace the fingers. You can try even here, lifting your chin up, using those deep abdominal muscles. And then exhale, we'll release and lower the leg back down. Let's bend the knees. Bring the outer edges of the feet parallel with the hips. Just let your inner thighs roll in a little bit, just like this. And then we'll let both knees fall out to the side. And we'll take the right ankle, the one that's underneath, and place it on top of your knee. And we'll just do a gentle twist here. That's great. And then we'll inhale, we'll lift the legs back up to center. We'll uncross and we'll bring the feet down to the floor. And then we'll take the legs to the opposite side. We'll just fall the other way, Cheryl. I'm guiding you in the wrong way. And then we take the ankle that's underneath, we place it on top, and we draw that knee down towards the floor. Try taking your heel away from your hips a little bit further this way. There you go. And then you can really stretch out through the groin. Then we'll release on this side, uncross your ankle, and slowly start to walk your hips straight, your legs straight, tipping your tailbone under, rolling your shoulders under. And we've now come once again to our favorite part of our practice, Shavasana. You close your eyes. If you have trouble relaxing your eyes in Shavasana, try covering your eyes with a dark towel.